Hey there, I'm Sunny. Welcome to another edition of Ask Starbase. Our question today is, excuse me, why do we yawn? I bet you yawned just now too. Well, I think we've all wondered that at one time or another. I mean, everybody yawns, from unborn babies to great-great-grandparents. But human beings aren't special in this regard. Animals yawn too. Yawning has been observed in dogs, cats, horses, pigs, monkeys, crocodiles, snakes, and even birds. It's easy to define since it's so common. It's a form of reflex that involves deep inhalation, opening of the jaw wide, and a rapid exhalation of air. And there's generally a feeling of relaxation immediately after a yawn. Yawns last an average of 6 seconds. Researchers have found evidence that the length of a yawn can indicate how big your brain is and how many neurons you have, which could explain why humans yawn longer than other mammals. The discovery is based on the fact that animals such as gorillas, hippos, and elephants, which are bigger than us but have proportionately smaller brains, all yawn for a shorter duration than humans. This led to the hypothesis that brain size, rather than head or body size, is likely linked to yawn length. But why exactly do people and animals yawn? Answering the question is not nearly as easy as defining the action. Surely it serves some useful function, but what that might be has puzzled scientists throughout the ages. There are a number of theories about why we yawn, but surprisingly little good research on this topic. However, there are several agreed-upon causes for yawning. One is that when we're bored or tired, we just don't breathe as deeply as we usually do. As this theory goes, our bodies take in less oxygen because our breathing has slowed. Therefore, yawning helps us bring more oxygen into the blood and move more carbon dioxide out of the blood. Yawning, then, would be an involuntary reflex, something we can't control, to help us control our oxygen and carbon dioxide levels. Sounds good, but other studies have shown that breathing more oxygen does not decrease yawning. Likewise, breathing more carbon dioxide does not increase yawning. Now what? Another reason is when changing elevation rapidly, as in an airplane, you will both voluntarily and involuntarily yawn to try to equalize the pressure in your ears. This works and is an accepted reason for yawning. One of the most convincing theories by a researcher named Andrew Gallup is that it is a reflex that helps naturally cool the brain. Now, with the latest findings pointing to brain size being a leading factor into how long a yawn lasts, the evidence suggests he might be right. Because a larger brain would need a longer yawn to cool down as compared to a smaller brain. Now, it's important to make a distinction here that the research team isn't saying that if you yawn longer than another person, you are smarter than they are. They are simply showing that as humans, we have the largest brains and therefore need to yawn longer. Now, there is one idea about yawning that everyone knows to be true. That observing someone yawn is contagious. If you see someone yawn, or if you read about yawning, some people will yawn. In fact, you might be yawning right now. Psychologists view this as social empathy. In fact, psychologists have proven that the more compassion you have, the more likely you are to yawn when someone else does. What you probably don't know is that yawns are equally contagious if the person happens to be viewed upside down, sideways, or standing upright. Our brains don't care about the spatial coordinates of another person's mouth. Yawning unleashes yawning. Also, you can't suppress a yawn with clenched teeth. Go ahead and try it. When you feel the urge to yawn, do your best to inhale normally while keeping your teeth locked down. It feels horrible. Part of the mechanism of yawning is the opening of the jaws. Also, there are no half yawns. No matter who you are, how well you dress, or how many friends you have, nobody looks cool when they yawn. What is cool is that scientists have devoted years to understand this underappreciated human behavior. Science offers a portal into understanding ordinary, peculiar, and extraordinary acts. Let's embrace everything that makes us human, and hopefully more scientists will conduct experiments on everyday behaviors to discover new knowledge and pass it on. Now, if you have a question for us, you can email us at ask@starbase-ct.com. Thanks for joining me. Bye.